Our special guest, Tempo Stormer Hyped. How's it going?
Good, good. Glad to be here.
So you just live around here, I guess, right? Just dropped in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 20 minutes away without traffic.
Well, that's pretty convenient. So with traffic, like a
4
day.
hours. Yeah.
4 hours. Yeah. Seems about right.
Yeah.
LA's a crazy place. Well, we are going to go into the next match fairly soon here. It is going to be against the two players which haven't seen that much exposure throughout Hearthstone's history. It's Leadpaint versus Domdus. And they had a pretty unfortunate sequence of games so far. I don't know if you caught that. But both seem like really, really cool guys. And at least one of them will be brutally slain by Colento in the match following that one.
We're just calling that. Okay. This is confirmed. Okay.
Yeah. So I did catch some of that Kit Kats versus Colento match, and very impressive stuff. Really got to see the craziness that is Grim Patron Warrior. A lot of people see kind of negatively because I guess it's kind of one-dimensional. People don't like to see super dominant decks, but it's cool, isn't it cool?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's really complex and also like a small it's really difficult because you always have to decide also whether you have lethal or not, and if you miss it, you completely sometimes you throw the games.
Yeah.
If you miss like this 1 or the 2 damages, it's the same again. So it's like the only reason like the deck is not around like everywhere is because of the high skill gap. And yeah I guess it's really enjoyable. Like if you play it, it's not like another deck which you can just play and on the side, but you really have to focus on it 100%. Yeah, it's really nice to play at least.
Have you had much fun with this one?
With Patron Warrior?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's and like Life Coach was saying, sometimes in like the actual tournament matches, when you're like really under pressure, the 1 minute 30 seconds
Even
really comes
harder
into
to
play.
play the hard deck, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, Domdus is not actually playing Grim Patron Warrior from what I remember. I believe he's playing kind of like an anti-Grim Patron Warrior setup, which didn't work all that well because Grim Patron Warrior just won anyway.
Yeah,
one of the games.
It's always the risk when you try to run against the strongest deck.
Yeah. And Leadpaint just had terrible luck with every single thing he queued into Colento with. And, well, maybe this will change for him. But we will get to see at least more of one of the players. So, yeah, I've had a lot of fun. All the players here that are, some people don't really regard as like very well-known players. I think they've not only shown that they can play pretty good Hearthstone, but they're all pretty cool guys, pretty sociable guys, and that's kind of a surprising thing from like the gaming scene. So I'm glad to see it. So it is Druid versus Control Warrior, and I don't recall exactly what type of Druid this is. I think it was a Druid with a bunch of taunts with combo.
Yeah, this engine's already telling you that it's going to be something heavier, so I'm guessing there's Ancient Wars in there.
But he's got the combo too. We saw at least one copy of each of the cards.
By the way, did Leadpaint kept the shade? It's a really interesting decision, right? Because there will be turn 2 White Growth, and he could usually perfectly curve into Senjin, but he decided to actually keep the shade.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think about that?
Yeah, so he had just one with the Senjin and the shade.
He had like
Yeah, Senjin Wild Ghost Shade.
Yeah.
yes.
And he drew into the second Senjin. I think it's reasonable because it's stealth. It's not going to die to anything, and it's you're paying it would be your turn 4 shade technically because you're playing the Senjin on 3. It's fine. Seems fine to me.
Okay.
I believe Domdus is the Control Warrior player with double brawl though.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's a little bit less fine, maybe.
Yeah, definitely. Domdus was like, what were his decks like? Control Warrior, Handlock, and
Druid, I believe.
Druid. Okay.
Yeah, I think so. After a while, you don't really remember that much about the details, but once you see it there, yeah, double brawl. That's right. Yeah, he's got double brawl and the ghoul. It's a little unusual. Double brawl kind of to try to handle the Grim Patron Warrior, and the ghoul to not fall too far behind against like Hunter, I guess.
The ghoul is really interesting nowadays because of all the Patron Warriors around. Like the ghoul was, let's say, marginal value beforehand, but now with all the Patron Warriors, I feel that he really lost in value.
Yeah.
Like negative, yeah.
Yeah, like now he really got like much worse.
Yeah, Yeah, so he's not gonna. It looks like he's not gonna play that shade like you mentioned. It's really getting clogged.
The funny thing is, with one warrior playing 2 brawls and the other player playing like a heavy taunt deck, it sets up a situation where you have like very real brawl RNG to impact the game. It's like, there's gonna be like 2 things on the board, and one of them is a full health Ancient of War, and that's your only way of killing it.
The additional card actually, like the Acolyte, who draws like so many cards, is so super helpful in this situation.
Yeah, absolutely.
But now it's like, would you? Oh, now it's a little bit more tricky. Yeah. I mean, you could have tried to draw Shield Slam, like just off the top.
Yeah, I don't know how threatening Emperor Tharson really is. Like, he's got the 1 combo, but after that, it's not that many cards in hand.
Yeah, but I guess he's super afraid of like that. That otherwise.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, exactly.
That one. Yeah, Leadpaint's pretty happy. He's actually getting decent cards from his deck. It's a new experience for him today. He hasn't experienced this one. I don't know if you guys caught it, but he played Tempo Mage and got out-tempoed by a Priest.
Okay,
Yeah, Kalento kept his entire hand in the mulligan, and it was Northshire Injured Blademaster Circle Heal.
Wow. Oh, now he has
And no creature was killed that game.
like here the shield block is also pretty good in time, right? Like it's just shield block, shield slam, attack phase, re-weapon.
He seems to really want to develop a creature.
Yeah, I can see that, but
This is where a combo would have been really scary, though. Like, a combo would have been 14 plus 12. It's a lot of damage.
I'm really wondering, I mean, the one play actually is completely mana efficient too, but at the same time you kill a 5/5 for only 1 mana, you don't deliver him any targets, he could target with anything. You replace your card, you get a lot of armor. I mean, there are many advantages to the other one too.
I think since he only has 1 piece of removal, well, now he has 2. But when you only have 1 piece of removal, if you can just kind of play a creature and keep parity like that, you do that, and then you take advantage of the 1 mana removal when you can actually play something big with all the rest of your mana.
Okay, fair enough.
So like, you know, I mean, Ysera Shield Slam's probably not going to happen, but that would be a better play. But maybe like a 7 drop and a Shield Slam.
What do you guys think of Ysera and just Control Warrior?
I love Ysera. It's really good right now. Really good.
She's super strong.
I like it in Dragon Warrior, because it's a dragon that costs 9 mana, so it just sits in your hand the whole game.
Yeah, but even with just regular Warrior, just with the Emperor making it an 8 drop, I mean, it didn't happen this game, but still the Emperor like cheapens the rest of your hands, then you do have more mana so you can afford like a 9 drop.
Is Domdus actually playing any infiltrators? Because I mean, he plays Alex and he plays Ysera. So.
Okay. You mean the Corruptor?
Sorry, the Corruptor, of course.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think so.
We haven't seen any. I think we've seen most of his deck already.
Okay.
That would surprise me.
Because usually they do it, right? Like with 1 true dragons, for sure.
No, not with 1. I think they do it with 3. I think 3 is what you need.
Yeah, it's usually Alex, Ysera, and
Nefarian.
Alex, Ysera. Alright, okay.
Yeah, because like one of them is always a dead card. Like you just never play it the whole game. So.
Yeah, but it's usually not 3 9-mana dragons, right? It's usually. Oh, okay. I mean, I thought like a lot of them are actually cutting Alexstrasza. So.
I think so, but for Warrior, there's like no other good dragons.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a problem right now. Dragon synergies are awesome. Dragons suck.
Yeah.
I think Nefarian's great, and Ysera, but Alex is.
Yeah. Well, the big threats are coming down, but with both players at high health, the bigger threats are gonna probably take the game.
Ysera is just awesome. I mean, if your opponent cannot handle Ysera, she's just insane.
It has to be Ysera. I don't see anything else.
Yeah, I mean, is he really that scared of a keeper?
Of keeper? Well, I mean,
even if I keeper, like, well, what's the worst that could happen? It's still 4/12.
I guess
he's
it's
like
great
really
of combo,
hesitating.
but I mean, there is not. I mean, if your opponent does have the combo, I mean, so be it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you're not playing around that with anything.
Yeah, you best stop playing the Ysera as soon as possible.
Oh, he
Then
got
playing around the combo later. And you have
Exactly.
like the dream cards to help you
Keeper
maintain tempo.
boys.
There's the keeper, but I mean, it's still fine.
yeah, sure. I mean, what's perhaps not that fine is that he got the worst cut of it.
Yeah,
so
the laughing sister.
she's laughing at you, I guess, if you get her.
That's actually really bad. Like, even Nightmare would have been amazing with the BGH draw now.
Oh, absolutely.
You actually have no really good plays anymore.
Hmm.
This is downhill for the warrior.
Yeah, so what did he end up brawling? Was he afraid of combo when he brawled there? Because he only brawled 2 creatures, right?
Hmm.
Kind of a weak brawl.
Yeah. I think really your best bet is to just play some garbage, and one of those things has to be a Belcher.
What now?
Yeah, it's a Laughing Sister Belcher.
Armor up, yeah. Absolutely.
I think you should get an attack on the SA, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
That's pretty sad. Okay. No other option there.
Yeah.
Is that it though? You do 5, you can do 2, so you have 4. I think you have 11 damage.
Yeah, 11 to face, 3 off.
Yeah.
What's the best case for the wild growth?
Aurora, maybe?
It would be the roar.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Yeah, I believe so. Well, I don't think the swipe and Force of Nature together is like that great. Like you almost kill the warrior, but it's kind of wasteful, and that can go badly very quickly. But I like the wild growth just to see what's next.
Yeah, definitely. Oh,
It's weird that he's like, yeah, this attack's happening for sure. But yeah, if you got Savage Roar, it would have been better to wait. But
Yeah.
Nature's wrath.
I think he was still 1 off. I didn't do all the ways, but I think he was still 1 off anyways.
Savage and swipe.
Don't swipe, was it, or what?
If you swipe face,
Yeah,
and then
swipe
keep her
face
in, and then ooze
4,
No,
2 from the hero power, and then you
It
have
was 13.
6 plus 4 plus 4.
it's enough, right?
Oh, no, it was 14.
It was 14.
yeah.
That was lethal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He missed lethal.
Yeah, I guess it was enough. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he missed lethal. That's not a big deal.
Doesn't
It's
matter.
fine. That's fine. He'll win anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty silly. I mean, also
I think,
in
yeah, you just
also
realized
different
that's,
ways.
that's the head shake.
It was weird though that he made the attack because he was obviously split on something. But he's
Yeah.
like, first I'll make the attack. I'm trying to figure out exactly what
It
he's
was
going
it was a really complicated turn. Like there's no taking away that from him.
Oh, and now he's just like, now he just loses, perhaps. So, I mean, no, not actually, right? No,
for. Hey, it's lethal.
yeah, not really, right? I mean, if Shield Slam comes down, it's not,
I see.
right? I mean, does he attack? I mean, that's, I don't know. That's really spot on. I mean, just saying like, I don't
Innervate
lose
still
this.
does it though.
Yeah.
He needs Innervate now. Oh no.
It's pretty interesting from Domdus that he says, okay, I'm winning this anyways. Like if Druid cannot do something silly, and so I'm just playing around the combo Shield Slamming it 2/3, which is not standard, right? I mean, Shield Slam usually should have more value than 2/3, but he's just playing around it, and it definitely pays off here.
This is another complicated turn. You can't really swipe into an Armor Smith. Doesn't do anything.
Yeah, so usually in this situation you'd combo last. You'd do everything and then you'd combo.
Right.
But actually, if he comboed first and then did charge a swipe, it'd be better because now he can. Alex draws his card. Oh, but he's gonna. Take the swipes. Okay.
Now it's 15 again. It's so silly.
Yeah.
Like now he can just attack and bring himself to 15 again.
Oh man, he's got the shield lane after that as well.
I think,
A little bit of hesitation for
no,
BGH.
I think I like the Shield Maiden first.
I think this he uses all his mana, and then this way he might pick something up. Like
He needs
there's
Innervate,
not,
right?
there's not much, but
Or now you got.
Oh,
like
he
double
does run
Savage.
2 Savage Roars.
makes sense.
Well, he does have a 2-turn lethal as it stands. It's true.
No,
Savage
I
Roar
mean,
for
without the
3
Shield
the
Maiden.
following turn.
Yeah.
no, not really. Yeah, okay, but
Well, the Armor Smith. Oh,
think
yeah,
he
it
just
would,
like
because
Deathbite
Deathbite,
phase,
yeah.
I mean, the thing is, if he thinks that Domdus doesn't have anything anyways, then he would have comboed last turn already and prepare for the swipe kill, right? So, but yeah, I mean, he's going for it.
This is so funny. Like, Leadpaint was so unlucky in his first 3 matches against Kalento, and he lost because of it. But here he was actually really lucky.
Yeah.
Did just a small misstep, but he might just lose anyway.
I can take the hit.
Well, I mean,
I think he's gonna swing here. When? Oh. He's probably doing some math with the chart, with the Druid of Claw number 2.
oh, definitely attacking. Yeah, sure. I mean, that's 3 more armor, right?
Yeah.
You really
Yeah.
need that.
You need anything.
Yeah, that's super good. But I mean, in this case, you can really not say that it's unjustified. Like,
Yeah.
it's and actually, like these Hearthstone matches or these Hearthstone games, the most where you actually can really see like why somebody lost. And in this case, it's quite obvious, right? I mean, if you miss lethal, then your opponent can come back.
With 1 health, Alistraza, and a lot of armor.
Yeah, but I mean, Domdus just played like also these plays like very spot on, right? I mean,
Yeah.
two of these plays were actually like if he plays it differently, he just loses.
Yeah.
And he just played nearly perfectly, like or all perfectly. I mean, we don't know exactly, but in this case, it was
the
perfect.
brawl maybe seemed questionable, but
Yeah.
I mean, questionable doesn't mean wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But definitely the 2 decisions where he actually played around lethal, like that was simply spot on.
Yeah. Wow. That is pretty amazing.
And this is, yeah.
Well, you can see there's a lot of focus. There's a lot of intensity going on here. And quite a bit of disappointment in Leadpaint's face from what I can tell.
Yeah, I'm sure he's really upset that he lost the Druid versus Control Warrior. It's kind of like the matchup you want. And then
Well,
Domdus
yeah.
picking up the win. But, you know, that's a really hard matchup, even with the addition of things like Emperor, Thorstein, and Ysera.
Oh, he also did a quick swap here. You don't look like life coach.
Yeah, we simply replaced the life coach.
Okay. Yeah, good stuff. What do you think of this game so far, Chucky?
Well, I think Leadpaint finally got to play some Hearthstone.
Okay,
And
that's
I
true.
heard he missed lethal, and then he lost to a bunch of armor.
Did you see the turn though?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did miss because there was a lot of number work. Like
Yeah, it
I'm,
was
I'm
swipe
like
and
90% sure he
Savage
missed
Roar.
lethal.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it was, yeah.
100%. Okay, nail in the coffin from hype there.
Unfortunate.
Yeah. Well, is it?
Not his event so far.
No, not at all. But I mean, there's still some play to be had. I mean,
Yeah.
being down 1 game is not the end of the world.
Well, that was a pretty bad one to lose. Druid versus Control Warrior.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But there's more game to be had, and the next game is going to be against the same Druid up against the Handlock again. Not too bad of a matchup for the Druid, I believe.
Not too bad. It seems
Not
to
too
have
bad.
gotten more it used to be really good for Druid. It's gotten
Yeah.
more in the Handlock's favor, I think, with Thorstein helping them a lot more.
Also, I believe Domdus' Handlock is running 2 BGHs, and I'm pretty sure there is no BGH target in the Druid from what we've seen.
Probably a boom.
Is there?
Oh, I guess it is the taunt version.
It's taunting with combo. Something has to go.
Yeah.
And if Doctor Boom is the only BGH card and you know people are playing BGH, you might just drop Boom.
Maybe. The boom bots always get the BGH back anyway.
And some face damage.
And some face damage. Really good with the Druid class.
Yeah. Often just kills a Sludge Belcher.
Who shall be mine?
Yeah, we'll see.
Must protect the wild.
Yeah. Okay.
So the Ancient War is probably just going to hurt Leadpaint overall in this matchup. Do you think they add anything? I mean, they're in place of, Boom.
Yeah. Definitely susceptible to owls.
Yeah.
Double shade and no. So Domdus is probably gonna need the Watcher to clear those. Otherwise, they're just gonna live forever.
Yeah, if those get past like the 4 health threshold, pretty threatening to handlock.
Is this common for Druid these days? I have not seen much Druid on ladder in the very few games that I've played, but I certainly have not seen like taunt Druid with double Savage or Force of Nature.
Ancient War has been working its way back in very slowly, but more so in tournaments, I notice, and ESL tournaments especially, like when I play the open brackets, I always see these Ancient Wars getting pretty far.
Yeah.
But I think, yeah, it's just a tournament call right now.
Yeah, I think it has a lot to do with the patron stuff going on.
Well, there's Force of Nature again. I'm pretty sure there are no 2 Force of Natures in this.
Probably not.
It's like, how do you fit all that?
Yeah, pretty tough to do.
Like, I don't really understand what he took out. Like, I'm pretty sure Dr. Boom is out, but I don't even know past that. Good play against Hellfire there.
Yeah, just held back with the shade, knowing that Warlock has a lot of stuff to clear that, mainly Hellfire.
It's also good just to burn the 4th turn with your 2nd.
Yeah, I don't think he would have Hellfired if he had anything else to do, like if he had that Drake, but
Yeah.
with Hellfire or Tap being the options, you Hellfire.
Yeah.
And since Drake came out a turn late, it gets
So punished.
exactly Silence Hero powered,
Yeah.
which is just perfect. And
Drake
actually,
often is okay if it gets silenced, as long as it doesn't
yeah, as
get,
long as
like,
you can't hero
owned.
power in the
Yeah.
same turn. He's actually on a Savage Roar draw to win the game already with the Innervate.
Yeah.
Of course, Domdus can't really play around Innervate combos, so just gonna.
He's got 2 Savage Roars, so
Remember.
at this point we're looking at like maybe 10, 11%, something like that. He's probably
Yep.
got like 20, 21 cards left.
That is it.
No, but we're still not too far off.
Yeah. It's like 13 damage max.
Yeah, the late game Innervates versus Handlock, it's super dangerous because they're like doing the exact math, so they could be 1 HP off lethal. Use Innervate.
I kind of like
Yeah, the
pushing for
silence.
some damage and clearing Tharson, but if I do that, I kind of like burning the Druid of the Claw because the swipe can go through taunts. Am I wrong on that?
Oh, like Druid of the Claw into the Emperor?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Druid of the Claw you can always roar later. That's like a way you kill handlocks as well.
Yeah, but it is handlocked. Like, don't you get taunted out?
Because they're usually busy
sort of.
clearing, so they can't like fully develop unless you give them like double bolt.
You're mainly just looking to keep your board alive.
Yeah, plus the taunt Druid of the Claw is pretty good at that as well.
He had to do some interesting math here to play around Molten Shadow Flame, and he did it exactly by 1.
Yeah.
So he assumed both Molten and Shadow Flame would have gotten Emperored, putting it at, at 8 mana cost, 2 below what's expected. So he's not really threatening lethal anymore since he popped the Innervate, though.
You can't really play much with Shadow Flame.
Yeah.
It really has to be a Shadow Flame play next turn.
Yep.
Yeah, and he's got the Sylvanas for that anyways. So this turn, what's the most aggressive? Is it Dr. Boom, or can you do something with multiple creatures?
If you Dr. Boom, you are dead to just Savage Roar.
Which you know he has 2 of.
Yeah. So I think he's going to taunt up to be safe.
Wait, no, he
since-
doesn't know there's 2 of them. He didn't play 2 of them last game.
Did he not? Okay, yeah, you're right, he didn't.
And it seems unlikely that there would be 2 of them to start.
Yeah. He's still dead to Savage Roar if he rolls it.
Yeah.
Nope. But the second silence...
Another Drake bites the dust.
Yeah. There is comeback potential still for the Warlock.
Yeah, because right now, like, you have damage, but it's kind of risky to push for it.
Yeah, with Sylvanas Shadow Flame, he gets to take a slime, and if the Druid doesn't push right now, and even if he does, you either get a Molten, or you stay at higher health. And he's just not going to push, and this seems like a pretty perfect Shadow Flame turn.
Yeah. Is Sylvanas the best candidate? Yeah, it has to be.
Probably. The Molten's only going to get cheaper and cheaper, and Sylvanas just gives you a slime.
I have no time.
That slime has some extra health, and without taunt activators in your hand, that extra health is
Yeah.
pretty significant.
It's also just annoying. Like, if you wanted a Druid Claw charge, it soaks up 4 instead of 2.
That belongs in a
So he really wants to save the Druid Claw charge then.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it would have just been
Jirax is
really
in hand.
inefficient this turn is all.
Harrison comes down.
Oh, you don't like just taunt Druid Claw? Double
Oh,
taunt?
I guess you could have taunted, yeah.
I think I like Drew the Claw more.
I don't see what it really plays around. I guess it leaves you with your Harrison, but
Yeah, it's
when's your opponent going to Jiraxis
right
against a
now.
Druid?
Maybe soon.
Maybe. See what happens. It'd be pretty heartbreaking for Leadpaint to lose again in like the same fashion where he's so close
Yeah.
all the time. Barely gets out healed, out taunted.
Well, here you have to play your Molten Giant. There's
Yeah.
just no better
You
option.
can just Shadow Flame it.
Okay.
You're still alive with combo because of that good old slime.
Oh, hello. That's a good one.
Yeah. There's no real efficient removal in Domdus' hand for that. Even if he draws an owl, it's still a 5/5 body that lives. Sunfury is pretty good though.
Think about Ooze and taunting him up.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna play the Ooze as a unit because obviously Druid has no weapons. Might as well get a 3/2 down when you can.
You're not aware of the Blingtron comp the Druid with
Blingtron
Savagery?
combo Druid. You know, I have played Blingtron and Druid before. It seemed like a good idea. You know, you're trying to kill him.
Yeah,
It worked some of the time. Other
Yeah.
times, no.
yeah. I'm familiar with the failures of Blingtron. When you get Lights of Justice, you give your opponent a Doom Hammer.
Yeah.
So I gotta play it in Rogue, so I get the Lights Justice, put oil on it.
Oh man.
Or when you do get the Doom Hammer, put oil on that.
Oh man.
Now you want to do it, right?
Well, this is like the Kriparian lethal, where you just, you know, go for it. Mortal coil your own boombox. Why not?
Seems good to me. Is that even that unlikely?
Yeah, you
It's
only have to
pretty
do 3
unlikely.
damage. No, with the Draxus swing. Oh no, you can't owl as
Yeah,
well.
you can't.
You can only
do
pop
one
coil.
boombot.
Yeah.
Yeah, owling makes sense.
No, you just attack
Yeah, you can attack
into the
the
creature
boombot,
with
yeah.
one boombot. If it goes face, you make the play.
Or you just, you know, play stuff and win. Oh,
Look at this! Look at this!
Well, he should have done
Bam!
that.
Look at that!
Wait.
What's up? What happened? You think maybe he should have attacked first? You think? Maybe
Yeah,
he
did
could
he
have had lethal?
miss lethal?
Yeah,
Because he could have had 3 more, 4 more? Yeah, he did.
yeah.
Because he could have put the other boombot to face and Jiraxis if
Yep.
he didn't tap and...
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
How about that?
The Kriparian lethal, how about it?
Yeah.
Well, 2 games, 2 miss lethals.
Yeah, usually it's correct to draw first, but maybe it is correct
Yeah,
to boombot first in
exactly.
that situation.
You gotta weigh your RNG effects.
Well, Leadpaint looks like he's not going to be not going to be any games up in any matches yet. He has yet to win a
Ouch.
game. He's
Really
0-5
rough.
in the ESL finals so far.
Yeah, and that does it.
Yeah.
Not gonna miss it this time.
Did he even get an Oblivion?
You got a well played. What
Get
else?
a giant, well-played box.
Is that it?
That's some style. I like the giant box.
Okay.
I think I like giant Oblivion more.
Yeah,
Oblivion's nicer.
Oblivion's the best emote.
Yeah. Well, Domdus looking pretty strong right now. Whatever the matchups are, I don't even remember what decks we're playing against. But whatever they are, it seems unlikely that Leadpaint will be able to win 3 of them in a row.
Yeah, always is. It's happened once today.
Yeah. But that wasn't a very discrete scenario where both players are playing Hunter and Warrior, and both of the last classes sucked.
Yeah,
And the last class that was Shaman ended up not making it.
poor Shaman.
Yeah, poor Shaman.
Winless so far.
Winless. Is that true?
Yeah, it's just 0-3.
Mm.
There are more Shamans in this tournament, though.
Okay.
Well,
They're coming.
we'll have to see him tomorrow, I guess.
Yep.
Just to recap on what's going on these days. Today we've already done Group A, and right now we're just about to close up Group B, and we're going to move on to Groups C and D tomorrow. Get to see all the players, all the decks they brought. Maybe have some pretty good ideas about what we can expect from the finals. For now, though, it's going to be Mage from Leadpaint and Druid from Domdus.
He's actually looking pretty good for Leadpaint because his Druid should be favored in the Druid mirror with the Ancient Wars, unless he's playing Black Knight. And then the Tempo Mage beats Druid almost every time. That's why he started with it, because it's the strongest one. It's pretty sure.
Wants to get some information.
Yeah.
And then his last deck is Hunter. I don't know exactly his Hunters, but it's generally good.
So you guys are saying Leadpaint might actually win a game here?
Yeah, he's pretty good.
He might win a game. I think what Hyped is saying it might be like a 15% instead of a 10%.
Okay.
So it's
I really like Source Apprentice's Flame Cannons. They're so insane.
yeah, especially against Druid, which is really like to play Shade, which can't be answered otherwise.
Yeah.
Yep. He agrees, keeps both.
I don't like that card so much.
Yeah, it's not that good.
Yeah.
One health, one drop. Going first is always nice. You have to just steal that coin for it. It's usually worth it
It's
tempo-wise.
gonna not coin. Probably gonna look to swipe around turn 4, so decides he'll take the extra damage. Or just hero power at this turn. Coin the keeper next turn.
That's basically the same thing.
Yep.
Like if you don't attack it with your weapon, with your either hero here, it's just gonna attack you for that 2 damage.
2 extra damage, save the coin. Pretty worth it.
And slow decks usually is.
Yeah, no play here for Leadpaint.
Oh, he can play. I think he can cross full face. Yeah, cross full face.
Yeah, I might not do that.
Okay. I like to do that against paladins actually. Turn 3 Frostbolt face. I think it's actually fairly effective in some situations.
I like doing it against warriors when they expect the second turn to Death Bite to clear your board. You're just like, nope.
Yeah, but I don't play Construct that much. I must play Arena. They just let him have that charge. They don't expect him to have a Grim Patron.
Well, the Yeti's a good draw.
Yeah, Yeti's really good against Druid. They can't deal with the 5 HP normally. But he just innovated Keeper, so. Or innovated Emperor.
Yeah.
That's okay. He still has a great answer. Just Flame Cannon.
Yeah. That does mean you have to trade. And you are looking to kill your opponent, so.
I think it's still okay.
It is.
Especially with that.
Yep. That's a good draw.
I think I'd even taunt up like the Yeti now.
Why the Yeti over the 3-2? Any particular reason?
Why not?
Yeah, I think he's saving it for like Flame Waker.
I can see that.
Yeah, Flame over Antonidas.
Oh yeah, he plays Antonidas too.
Yeah, you taunt the Yeti so you get the Sorcerer's Apprentice effect. If you had like Intellect or something.
Yeah.
He has none of that.
Yeah. Wouldn't have mattered. Gonna swipe it up.
I was pretty happy to Drake though right after they swipe your board and pass it back.
Yeah, it's not looking that great for the mage, but you still maintain board control because you have the you have a clear board that you're playing into.
If he gets another burn spell, you can consider cloaking this because he's only like 4 off. Or just play that.
I think I like playing that.
I would play that.
Yeah, I'd either cloak or play that. Either one feels good.
Yeah, you definitely want to. For Antonidas, cloak is better. So.
If no wrath to draw though.
Yeah, if I was aware my opponent had an Azure Drake in their deck, I would probably cloak over Mirror Image. That way they can't go Azure Drake Wrath.
Okay, now he can cloak this turn after he swings.
Yeah, so he's gonna actually get max damage out of it. And
He's not dead to combo, even if he doesn't image, but he's probably gonna image this turn.
Well, he's been really conservative with his spells. He might just not image.
yeah, it looks like he's playing for more of a late game, trying to draw maybe like Antonidas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Entity's like pretty much always good against Druid. It's never not gonna be good.
If he did go all in, it wouldn't be that good because his opponent would have just healed with Ancient Allure.
Yep.
And then probably finish him off with combo the next turn.
That combo is still pretty real.
Yeah, doesn't do too much right now.
I think I like just Shade reverse to switch one of the O2s and maybe Hero Power the other.
Yeah, you do give your opponent a 3/3 Shade, but
Yeah, what can you do?
what can you do? Yeah. I mean, the more defensively you play here, like if you combo to clear, you basically give up all of your damage, and the mage has even more time to draw something like Antonidas to just keep you out of the game with the stealth spare part. I think you have to give him something, and Shade is, you know, the worst.
Wow. Super defensive player.
Yep.
I didn't see this at all.
A lot of damage now gone.
I think now that you did this, you might as well get that 3 damage to face, you know?
Yeah, I don't think your opponent is very willing to point a bunch of damage at your minions when you're at 17.
There's our RNG might take it.
Yeah, I would taunt first. I guess you
But
might
can you
play
stealth the
both.
Flame Walker, or does it take it right out of stealth?
No, it takes it right out. Yeah.
Oh, he's not even going for it.
Yeah, just save the stealth for the Antonidas.
I like that.
Yeah. I mean, maybe if you hit both
Yeah.
hits,
Go for it.
Maybe go for it, yeah. And we're back where we were. Awkward position where you have to play a minion.
Yeah, he still has the option to heal though, which is fine. But he's gonna give him Shade, looks like. Wait. I guess he thinks he plays. Does he play Counterspell?
He already tested for that last turn.
I know, but he could have popped the.
Yeah. Try and nullify the death.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could have done that. I think he plays Counterspell. I'm not sure though. So
Actually, if it's the list, if it's the Yeti Clockwork Gnome list, it doesn't run to Counterspell. So.
regardless, you would want your opponent to have a Counterspell over a Mirror Entity, right?
Yeah, so
You should, yeah. Probably should have Savage Roared first.
He's not looking at his secrets, so he probably knows exactly what it is.
Yeah,
Mirror again.
most likely, which is one of the better ones. Probably the best.
I think you just Arcane Intellect again.
Yeah. Looking for Antonidas, looking for late game stuff. There's Antonidas,
Golden
and he
one.
has a Frostbolt with it. And his opponent
Wait,
already
just-
used Force.
Yeah,
He
that's
could attack
pretty
and
brutal.
re-stealth. Yeah, he can do that. Oh, he's not gonna re-stealth? I guess at 27, he thinks he has time to just Antonize stealth. Things
Yeah.
go bad.
Yeah, he basically does have time to do that. And it's not like his opponent can really play a minion.
Thing is, if he stealthed it, he would have just won. He didn't have
Wait,
taunt.
Yeah,
Cenarius
but-
would have denied that, right?
Yeah.
Would it?
Frostbolt 1.
Did you
5.
Cenarius? Yeah. He'd have
Oh, no,
lethal.
no, yeah, he does lethal. 11, exactly.
Yep. So, like Hype said, you can heal yourself, which basically negates the Mirror Entity, but long term doesn't really save you.
I mean, Cenarius is great, right?
Yeah, Cenarius is better, I think.
He's
Because
debating the wild growth
the
of the hero power here.
The 5/8 gets blocked by a 2/2.
Yeah. Well, it looks like the mage and Leadpaint's gonna take a game. How about that?
Yep.
He hasn't won quite yet, but I don't see him losing this one. It's gonna take quite something for that to happen.
Yeah, I think like kind of like body language wise, after being down 0-5, he was kind of mentally out of it. But even when you're mentally out of it, you know, you can still do pretty well. And I feel like he did that. And
I think I like frostbolting the 5/5 and hitting
Yeah.
face with 5 rather than trading and frostbolting face.
I like that too.
I certainly don't like the mad scientist. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, that's strange. And trade.
Huh.
Probably still wins.
Probably.
But now Cenarius works.
Hmm. What about? Oh,
Does it work though? No. Because he has exactly, yeah, he's exactly
yeah.
17.
he's got it.
Yep. Yeah, no secret. Which makes Mad Scientist even weirder.
But good enough.
Good enough.
Good enough. Barely. Look at those wide eyes from Leadpaint. Oh man,
It's like, wow, I won a game of
he's
Hearthstone.
won. Not bad. And we're talking about like, yeah, that's a first step, but it's still quite a bit of a climb here.
Right.
Yeah, so even the Druid with the Ancient Wars is still not a great matchup. It's still going to be pretty close to 50-50 like most Druid matchups. So I'm pretty sure since he chose the Mage there, he's just going to pick whatever he thinks is better first.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
because neither of them really rely on information. The Druid versus Druid is
Yeah.
going to be the longest game, so that's the most information reliant. So I'll probably go Hunter first.
Yeah, there's nothing to lose at this point. No point hiding anything. He's done if he loses again. So,
Well, both players are.
well,
Yeah, well,
yeah,
Domdus
has
two.
two more games. Yeah.
2 tries, I guess. Yeah. Well, we'll have to see what they come up with. I think you'd play it like as safe as possible. I think you'd still leave your best chance last, just to get even more information, perhaps.
Yeah, going with the Hunter.
Like
Done.
we don't even know if there's 2 Force Natures in there. It seems really unlikely, but who knows, right?
Right.
Yeah, but the Hunter doesn't care if there's 2 Force Natures as much as the Druid does, right?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, them game faces. Oh man, there we go.
Yeah, in tournaments you kind of have to guess based on the frequency at which it's played against you, because you very rarely get to see all 30 cards.
Yeah.
So like if they keep having Force of Nature within the top, 10 to 15 cards,
Just make
you
a
can
guess.
kind of make a read like, okay, he probably has 2. I should play around it in the 5th game.
Well, we've only seen 1.
Protect
But we've seen 2 Savage Roars, even though
Ooh.
I don't think Domdus has seen 2 Savage
Here we
Roars.
go.
yet.
This is our first true Face Hunter of the
Okay.
tournament. At least as far as we can see right now. Could still be hybrid, I guess.
Wow, that's
Oh,
that
man.
Druid
Good
hand
hand with Druid.
Oh man,
with like 1 decent like
this is
draw mechanic creature. He's
this is
in
not
this.
a good way to go out if you lose to this Druid draw, but it's a really good Hunter draw too.
Okay. Wow.
Now the double 1-drops is a lot better than the Juggler here to play in this exact circumstance where your opponent has Innervate Keeper.
What do you think about just the Worgen?
Mm,
And then you can do Juggler and then coin the Leper Gnome.
that gives your opponent basically a free turn to Wild Growth, like they don't even have an option if they had it. Whereas this pushes 1 more damage if they Wild Growth. And every point of damage really counts when you're playing that fast Hunter.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Domdus is going to go for a very aggressive defense.
Seems like the right course of action though.
Yeah. I've noticed that a lot of players that try and play it kind of greedy usually end up regretting it. Killing a 1-1 works really well usually, or a 2-1 rather. Wow.
nature's wrath.
So, Wild Growth, 2 Innervates, and a Keeper. Leadpaint might not get to play Hearthstone again. Still a good chance, though.
Yeah.
Face Hunter, sometimes you just ignore your opponent's draw and
Win
zerg
anyway.
him down. You really need to hit this juggle, and there it is.
Oh, I had 1 more chance with the Leper Gnome.
Yeah.
I feel like if the Druid just draws garbage, he's still gonna lose.
Yeah, that's pretty garbage.
Pretty garbage, but there's more garbage than that.
There's
There's like
garbage
another
than that.
Wild Growth in there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be
that
nice
one.
to see. Yeah, let's go Hunter. But Force of Nature is pretty good on 6, actually, against aggro.
Yeah.
So he's going to go down to 19 from the board. I think you hope to top deck like a 2-drop here. So you can weave in the Hero Power.
Yeah. What's it going, Glaive Zuko?
Okay, you're just Wolf Ridering then. Yeah. You're hoping your opponent...
What's the merit to Wolf Rider versus Arcane Golem?
Arcane Golem, you can ramp your opponent into a 7-drop, normally like Ancient Allure. So if that's the card in his hand,
I
that's
see.
terrible.
Do you want to skip that 7?
Yeah, the best turn to ramp is from 4 to 6, or from 6 to 8, because it doesn't give them any new plays, really.
What about a 10 to 10? Or you
10
dead
to 10
anyway?
is great, yeah.
You dead anyway
But
at
if
that
it's-
stage?
If it's that turn, you're not happy. Like this next turn, he'll probably just Arcane Golem. 6 to 8 is fine. And he's getting the Druid pretty low. But a lot of mediocre draws.
Yeah. Leadpaint's like, okay.
And
I-
penciling, let's
I
get
guess-
him. Make sure that hits the face.
Yeah, I guess I like those cards. Put them in for a reason. Wow, and actually if Domdus draws nothing, he's going to have to do a
Gonna have
terrible
to trade.
trade.
Yep.
Wow.
There it is. So, really important thing here is the Druid is getting very low pressure. And he doesn't have combo pieces. He already used a Force.
Yeah.
So it's not like the Hunter's going to die out of nowhere. So the Hunter has quite a few turns to draw into really nice stuff. He's just not doing it is all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about just one doggy?
Oh, man. Yeah, I think I like Explosive better.
Could have done both.
Then you don't hero power.
Of course. Of course it's terrible.
Yeah. Sad day. Sad day for Leadpaint's draws.
Here you have to just attack into the explosive trap.
Oh, yeah.
It's no choice.
You're racing.
Yeah.
You're not
do
going to...
you play the hero power and the big game hunter and save the keeper? Oh, he just...
Wow. How do you win like this, though?
Scenarios,
Scenarios.
right?
I would have rather just attacked.
Me too.
Yeah, you have to attack.
Hover.
I'm not sure you Animal Companion here. I think you might just unleash hero power. Oh,
Well, that
that's
sucked.
why, yeah.
Yeah.
So he missed 2 damage, kind of. And he missed the opportunity to do it. Opponent's still really low, though.
Yeah.
Got a good chance to top deck some damage to him.
Pretty good.
Bad if you're lead paint. Not happy. But still a ways to go. Still at 26 is the main problem.
Yeah. It's closing pretty quick though.
Yeah, but just like imagine if you'd proc the explosive, he'd be lower. He'd be
Now
able
that
to keep
card
attacking.
I think you save.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah, you might just play it because your opponent can't actually clear everything. I mean, he can with the keeper, but well, that's going face. Oh wow. Respecting combo, but his opponent only has 2 cards, and I feel like that 1 damage might be really relevant, especially with that taunt off the top. Yeah, I mean, Domdus just keeps clearing. And I actually noticed this in his qualification week. He had a play where he could have quartermastered his recruits and taken his opponent to 1,
Just cleared.
but he was afraid of Shadow Flame.
I see.
And so he cleared and played a long game. That just seems to be like his style.
Oh, we need Scenarios. Scenarios? No, not Scenarios. Okay, well I guess we just pass
Good.
another turn
No
we'll try to draw
Chan.
Scenarios.
Or heal.
I don't know, like... No, you have to attack.
No,
Isn't
get-
this 2-turn lethal if you attack?
Oh, you might die.
Because you get 7, 11, and then you get 16 next turn. You get 12 this turn, you get a drop-off Shredder, and you have at least 17 next turn. Like, you have to attack.
Yep, you might die.
Oh, man. I feel really bad.
Like the thing is, he's gonna think about this
And
forever.
now he's thinking about it.
And
Like,
then he's eventually gonna attack, and then Leadpaint's gonna top deck kill command lethal.
well, at this point, the misplay doesn't matter. Taking an extra damage onto the Emperor.
No, not.
Doesn't matter
We're
in
not
the
even
slightest.
criticizing that.
Right.
That's totally relevant.
That's a
in
small
this game.
misplay, but doesn't matter. Like,
Yeah.
it's understandable.
Oh, look at that! If he sacked the Shredder earlier, maybe he
I'm
would have
glad he
drawn
changed
into
his mind, though. Like,
Scenarios.
this is the right play. You have to attack. If he
Okay.
draws Kill Command or Quick Shot, that's unfortunate.
Or Owl.
Owl, yeah.
There's a lot of draws here. And
Arcane Golem does it.
Wow! Look at that.
Yep. Sick.
Domdus. Oh no! Soul crushed.
Get
It's
him.
even now.
Snork.
Nope. Nope.
Yeah, I mean, I think if Domdus procced that trap earlier and went a bit more aggressive, just trying to outlast them very rarely works.
Yeah, but would going aggressive actually turn the clock 1 turn faster?
I
don't
think if
I
he
don't think
didn't
it was
trade
enough.
5/5s like into 1/1s, it would
Okay.
have.
Perhaps,
So-
perhaps.
You have to take a risk at some point.
I'm
And
sure
the
that-
turn he took a risk was like the wrong turn.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure the
Well, it
stream
actually
will
was
let
right
us know.
because he got the lore. But that's like
it
the
was
only
correct
card
at
that
the
made
end,
it right.
yeah.
Yeah.
At the end, I liked his play, but
What does he have to fall back on here?
this is going to be Druid Mirror.
Druid Mirror.
Yeah.
He's got the wars that I think
And-
can help
and
a little bit,
hyped.
just a little bit.
Hyped thinks Leadpaint's favored.
Okay.
So suddenly, here we are.
Wow.
Maybe Leadpaint has sort of taken the lead.
Sort of.
It's gonna depend a lot on Wild Growth and Innervates, mainly Wild Growth.
Most of that first one.
Yeah.
Now, well, the Keeper lining up with the Ancient Wars and the Sylvanas on both sides usually is what.
Oh yeah,
makes a big
Keeper very
difference.
important still. Yeah.
We have to keep in mind that whoever wins this match is still basically just going to get brutally owned by Kalento right after.
Yeah, but whoever loses this match feels terrible
Okay.
about just life. Like, I've been in both of these circumstances. You're up
Okay.
2-0, you lose. You're down 2-0, you kind of come back, you lose. Like, both feel bad.
Will rise against you.
Well, that's one innervate. I think that big game is not worth much. I think you just keep the innervate.
Yeah. You almost certainly keep Innervate. And I like the 4-pitch from, I believe that's Domdus.
Wow, innervate Emperor with a combo piece.
Yeah, combo piece, not insane though.
2 combo piece.
Still not insane, because like if you're behind on board, you have to use them to clear.
Incoming Wild Growth top deck on 2.
That'd be really sick.
That'd be really insane.
Okay, no, didn't get it. But his opponent has nothing really.
Yeah.
He's gonna probably coin out a Shade.
Yeah, so he's gonna have 2 Shades on the board when he throws down the
Yeah.
Emperor.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
But
but
it's still like inefficient to clear the Emperor.
yeah, because swipe is 1 off.
So he has to like throw 1 in and hero
Yep.
power maybe.
Rough. Gonna be an interesting game. And like Hype said, I think the taunts help out a lot
It's a
in the
huge
late
card to
game.
get discounted too.
Yep.
But I think those shades, like, because they're going unpunished, they're just gonna pull a lot of weight if he.
Well, one of
decides
them's
to
gonna
grow them.
die.
Will it?
Yeah.
Maybe you just
You don't
give
just
him an
leave
Emperor.
No.
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 Okay.
No. One of those is gonna die. Probably the 3/3, and then you just keep her for 2 damage. You hate to use Keeper not to silence, but you need to push for the board because you, as the non-war deck, you're the aggressor.
Yeah, I think you're right.
One of the real questions, though, is do you put the 4/4 to the face, or do you save it? It does efficiently clear a lot of, like, Sinjin, Belcher.
He's thinking about it.
Yeah.
I don't think swipe is to be considered here at all.
Yeah, swipe has almost no merit.
I think keeper is good, but I don't think just being greedy with the shades is like game losing. I think that's what he's actually thinking about.
If you're a risky, if you want to take a risk, you can just play a piloted shredder.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Swipe next turn.
yeah, you can do that if you want your opponent to have minus 11 mana worth of stuff.
Yeah, that's what he wants, I believe.
I don't think so. Like I said, Domdus has been very risk averse in his previous games, so this makes a lot of sense to me.
Why did you think he thought so much on that turn then?
I would have liked to see him attack there because with the super discounted hand, you really don't want him to play something good on curve. Like, well, actually, he misses it with that 3 mana Sinjin.
Yeah, this
But you would have been
Sinjin's
really
terrible.
happy to get swiped there, and then you would have got to play your Azure Drake.
That Sinjin's really bad. It just gets eaten, and then you can't kill the Shade unless you force of nature.
Sorry, the boom bots.
Didn't think about that.
Boom bots will handle it.
Yeah, but it'll just kill your boom. You just put it in the boom and then swipe face.
No.
Something like that. So you do have
Oh,
the 10 mana combo.
Wow. No. No.
Oh man, there it goes.
How do you make such a heartbreaking move so quickly?
Yeah, didn't think too much about it even. He was just sure. There is some merit to going fast in tournaments if your opponent is taking a long time,
Yeah.
because then they don't get as much to think.
But jeez.
Man,
That was double combo without innervate.
double combo gone, and
Now he needs the other
The
Savage
reverse
Roar, if
Emperor.
it's there at all, and an innervate, which he's already used one of. It's just not happening
the
anymore.
reverse Emperor. You don't like that.
No, not at all.
So, minus 11 mana, how about minus 12 mana? Oh, wow. the best draw in his deck.
Shredder time.
You could even swipe to save your guy. I wouldn't. I'd probably just Shredder and go face.
Yeah. The Shredder play also loses to MC Tech, which used to be a thing.
Well, if it's going to be in a deck, it'd be in the taunt deck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Use it to swipe. Like it didn't really affect his hand. I would have gone with the Shredder, but at the same time, having the Emperor on the board really might limit Leadpaint's plays.
Wow. That Emperor is probably going to get 3 reductions.
6 mana Dr. Boom. Seems expensive.
Yep. BGH and swipe in his opponent's hand.
The 1 mana BG.
1 mana BGH. Get tempoed.
Yep.
Feel nature's
Like that. Good enough.
Yeah. Good enough for Domdus.
He really wants to protect that Emperor. Oh, goodbye, Emperor. Oh, that was a close one. Close one.
Oh, man. And after clawing back from down at 0-5 in games, Leadpaint's going to see it all fall apart in the Druid Mirror match.
Oh
the
my
pinnacle
God.
of skill.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is it hopeless?
If he had a swipe here, maybe not. You can go for like a Doomsayer. That might be your only hope. See if he agrees.
You'd win with a Doomsayer. I think you'd actually win with a Doomsayer.
Well, if you start with the Savage or Hero Power, then you can win with Explosive Sheep as well.
Oh, wow.
So,
Okay.
definitely correct. It's not. He doesn't see it. No.
Oh, I'm really disappointed we don't get to see if it were to be.
Well, we might. We might get to see here.
Like, how can you not just heart of the cards that? Just throw your hands up in the air. Oh, yeah. Attack with that Shredder.
The end is coming.
Oh, man. I don't know if he would have won. He would have been okay.
You know they can make Doomsayer cooler? They just give it charge.
Yeah. That
Yeah,
way
you know-
Priest could
Exactly.
murder everyone. Yeah.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
No. Okay, now you have to go for the Doomsayer. Can you now, though? No.
No.
Sad life.
Wrath top deck at the Doomsayer. I think that was a Belcher.
Oh, this is...
Oh, no, no. Okay, draw 2 cards.
Nope. Gonna...
Yeah, he was still in that.
Well, he would still get the other Shredder drop.
Yeah, and it would have been another Doomsayer, which would have been awesome.
That wouldn't even be that good.
Yeah, I
Because
know.
then it tempos you out.
All right, well, we have our first exit of Group B,
Yep.
and it is in the name of Leadpaint. With a smile on his face, though. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're going to go out, have a good time, I
Yeah.
guess, kind of, a little bit.
He was like one of the
maybe here and
happiest
there.
people to be here, so...
You don't look that happy at the end of that match.
Yeah,
but
no.
No.
But...
I mean, happiness only goes so far.
Right.
Yeah. You can't be optimistic in every situation. All right. Well, Domdus taking his game. He will be playing against Colento in our final match of the day. That'll be coming up pretty soon here. What do you guys think about that? Seems pretty interesting. I feel like Colento was going to be like a bit of an unstoppable force, but then he got 3-0'd by Kit Kats, which
Yeah.
is interesting.
I think the big storyline deck-wise of that is, again, going to be if Domdus can take down the Patron Warrior and maybe pick a win or two off the other decks.
I don't think it has to revolve around the Priest, Colento's Priest, not holding him back.
His opponent does have a Druid, which is good for the Priest. Other than that, yeah, Priest might hold him back a bit. Not sure. I know Colento's pretty confident about it, but
Yeah.
I think skill-wise, probably, most people would agree Colento has the edge.
All right, well, let's see what Domdus had to say about that last match and maybe the next against Kalento.
Thanks so much, Crip, Hyped, and crew. Domdus, congratulations for staying alive for now. You still have to play Kalento as the bad news to top off the good news. So let's talk a little bit about that series. What went right and what went wrong in your opinion?
I think most things went right for me, luckily. Obviously, losing to the Hunter, that second to last game was like, but he had a lot of outs, I think, in that draw, so it wasn't like unexpected. Other than that, everything went pretty well. I think I played okay, hopefully. I mean, it got through, so yeah.
There was actually a moment in game number 1 where the Druid actually had lethal, and he missed it, and you end up barely living, and then for that point on, he was like 1 damage off for a long time, and you end up winning. Were you aware of that at all?
I wasn't aware that he had lethal, but I could tell, like, if he had combo, I kept trying to keep myself at 15, so I had, like, Alex myself, and luckily I got armor smith, so I built up a bunch of armor, but that's rough. That's definitely rough. I got really lucky then, because that would have changed the whole match, definitely. So, whew.
Well, don't worry, man. You stay alive for now, and I guess the Hearthstone guys deemed you for one more series to stay alive. So going into Kalento, is there anything that, because I guess this means you would play everybody in your group in order to get through. Is there anything special, or is it just like another match that you have to take on one at a time?
I'm just really excited to play him. Obviously, one of the best players in the world. I've like watched him stream for a long time, so it's an honor to get to play him. It should be a lot of fun, but it's like another match, and I really want to get through, so gotta beat him.
Cool. We actually want to take this opportunity to ask another question that's been on my mind for a while. So you're on Team Magic Amy still, and as far as I was concerned, as to my knowledge, that team was more of a group of friends, and it almost felt like it discontinued shortly after BlizzCon or some kind of continuation because people weren't really playing as much and people even went on different teams. So what's going on with that situation? Is it like, because you're the latest recruit of it, and not many people have been joining since then?
We kind of just kept the name to be like a little bit trolly to the community. Like you said, it's kind of just a group of friends, but we thought the name was hilarious, kind of like the whole situation. So that's why we kept the tag. But yeah, it's pretty much just a group of friends playing together. We don't really have a presence online or anything like that. But yeah, just to be a little hilarious and trolly.
It's to keep up the tradition, because that's what Silent Storm was last season. So maybe it's a good indication another member of Team Magic Amy wins Season 2.
Yep, I hope so.
All right, well, we don't want to take too much of your time. It's getting late, so good luck in your next match up against Kalento. We're going to give it one more time to our commentator's desk to wrap up the day for the final group match of B.
Thank you very much.